I'm Don. Tonight we're making sugar cookies like candy canes. So here's the equipment I'm using. I'm using a cookie sheet, half baking sheet. This is a parchment paper. I have a board here, and the way I keep my board in place is there's a wet paper towel under here that keeps the paddle from sliding around. And over here, of course, my stove, my mixer, a bowl, my ingredients. So I have butter and shortening, half cup of each in the bowl. I have powdered sugar, 1 cup sifted confectioner sugar, powdered sugar. That's 2.5 cups of flour. I have 2 eggs, I have almond extract, and I have salt, vanilla extract. So let's get to making this cookie dough. So when you see a recipe, if it says 1 cup sifted confectioner sugar, that means you sift and then measure. If it says 1 cup of confectioner sugar sifted, that means you measure it first and then sift it. So always look at your recipe. It's one of the little baking hacks that you know about. Okay, so in here, as I said, I have my butter and my shortening. So I'm going to start this up. I have my eggs. My vanilla, my almond, and my salt. Okay, so now I've added the sugar to our mix and mixed it in. So this is what your dough should look like once you've added all the sugar and the rest of the ingredients. Over here I have the flour, and now I'm going to slowly add the flour. You want to have your mixer on low when you're adding flour, unless you want to wear a lot of flour. Don't pour all your flour in at one time. You kind of add it in about 3 sections, a third of the time, approximately. That gives your flour a better chance of getting incorporated. But as you can see, if you get happy and add your flour too fast, it'll get spat back out at you. Okay. That's pretty good. Now I'm going to mix this for a little bit, and then we'll start rolling the dough out and coloring it. So I'm going to pause my mix right now and raise up the beater and scrape it down. But you always want to scrape down your bowl, because sometimes the flour doesn't mix in well, and if you don't scrape down your bowl, when you dump it out, you'll have unincorporated flour on the sides and bottom of your bowl. And you don't want that. Okay. My dough looks like it's done. So I split the dough in half. Half is in my bowl. The other half is in the mixing bowl. I'm going to add the red food coloring to the cookie dough in the bowl, mixing bowl. And again, since you have dye, red food coloring, in your bowl, you want to start your mixture on hot. You want to keep it low. and steady. And mix the color in. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay, so I mixed the red food coloring into the dough, so it's nice and red. Over here I have the plain. All right, so I've rolled out the white dough, and now I'm gonna roll out the red. Once you finish making your dough, you need to chill it for about 15 minutes. And that'll give it a nice consistency to roll out. And flour your hands. If you don't, the dough will tend to stick to your hands, and you really don't want that. Take your dough and split it about half. Now you want to take your roll and gently twist them. It's not going to be as tight as your candy canes, okay? And then push them together. And then you want your candy cane to have a hook. Okay? All right. And that's how you make a candy cane. Once you have your candy canes made, then we'll put them on the cookie sheet and we'll bake them for 6 to 8 minutes until they're just lightly brown and you take them out. All right. So we take them out of the oven. They're lightly brown around the edges. And you take some sprinkling sugar. You use regular table sugar, or this is sanding sugar opal, and sprinkle them on. You can also break up candy canes and sprinkle those on however you want to add to your candy canes and enjoy them or share them. All up to you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed watching and keep baking. Bye.